Welcome to Ellis B. Feaster's Radio Air Check and Classic TV channel.
The news voice of America's heartland. This is WDAF, Kansas City 61 Country, the station you depend on for news.
11:01 and 57 degrees on Signal Hill. Steve Couch, WDAF News Radio. A dead body was found moments ago in the Missouri River. WDAF News Radio's Charles Gray was there.
The body found within the hour floating in the Missouri River just east of the Paseo Bridge is still in the water, about 2 feet from shore. And fire department retrieval teams are not moving the body until the police department laboratory technicians complete their processing. They want to make certain that there's no evidence in that floating driftwood that surrounds the body that might be of importance in an investigation. As for who it is and as to how that person died, nobody knows yet. The body has been in the river some time. It's about 2,000 feet east of the Paseo Bridge on the south bank of the Missouri River, caught in some floating wood up near a barge. And that's about all they know right now, but they do know the person definitely is dead. Charles Gray, WDAF News Radio, on the Missouri River near the Paseo Bridge.
A 9-year-old girl witnessed the murder of her father last night at the Campbell Oil Station at 316 North 291 Highway in Independence. Robbers shot 53-year-old Robert Newton of Blue Springs. Newton worked at the gas station. 2 black men and a black woman fled the scene in a blue car, possibly a Camaro or a Corvette. The Metro Squad begins work on this case at 1 this afternoon. Anyone with information should call the TIPS hotline at 474-TIPS. All calls are kept confidential. 24-year-old Dennis Gaskin was shot to death and a 28-year-old man critically wounded last night in a vacant Kansas City, Kansas house near 16th and Wood. No word on a motive for the 21st Kansas City, Kansas homicide of the year. 2 people died in an early morning Jackson County traffic accident. 32-year-old Douglas Lander of Oak Grove and 24-year-old Lori Greger of Kansas City died when Lander's pickup ran off R.D. Mize Road near Hardsaw and overturned. Several tornadoes have struck Bowling Green, Kentucky, leaving damage and injuries. Police say the twisters did heavy damage to a shopping mall and hit a major intersection. They say the storms flipped over cars and trailers and knocked down trees. The police say they have reports of injuries, but they don't know yet how many. The Pentagon suspended almost all of its flights over northern Iraq. That's where 2 U.S. fighter jets accidentally shot down 2 American helicopters yesterday, killing all 26 people on board. The 1-day suspension is to allow time for reinforcing safety rules. ABC's Vic Ratner reports on the investigation into that shoot-down.
Military investigators are in Turkey today looking for the cause of the tragedy. Pentagon officials here say they will be checking the radar reports and the radio tapes of communications between the American helicopters and the AWACS radar plane flying overhead. And they'll be talking with the pilots of the F-15s and looking at gun camera footage to see who gave the okay to fire on the helicopters and why. Arrangements are also being made for the bodies of the 15 Americans killed in the shoot-down to be flown back to the United States. Vic Ratner, ABC News, Washington.
Rebel and government forces in Rwanda have agreed to talk about a ceasefire, but a UN official says the agreement hasn't stopped the fighting. A Belgian news organization reports a massacre of 1,200 people at a church. More than 600 of those victims were said to be children. And more than 120 nations are signing the world's biggest trade deal. The accord will lower trade barriers around the world. It took 7 years to negotiate, partly because the U.S. and the European community butted heads over farm subsidies. WDAF News Time is 11:04. Farm Director Mike Railsback has farm and financial news.
Thanks, Steve. On the Board of Trade, fairly quiet here ahead of the weekend. From DTN, currently May corn down 3/4 at 264 1/4. July down 1/4, 267 1/2. September down up 1/4, 260 1/2. December corn up 3/4 at 254. May soybeans up 2 at 655. July up 1 3/4 at 652 3/4. August up 2 1/4, 647 1/2. November up 2 3/4 at 614. Chicago wheat for May up 1/2 at 327 1/2. July down 1/4, 316 1/2 cent. In the Kansas City wheat market, the May contract up 1/4, 326 1/2. July down 1/2 at 316 1/4. In the trade on the Mercantile Exchange, April live cattle unchanged, 76.15. June up 18, 72.90. April feeder cattle up 20 at 80.65. May up 28 at 80.20. April live hogs up 10 at 45.65. June up 35 points at 52.27. May bellies up 43 at 53.50. Barrels and gilts mainly steady to 50 lower with a few exceptions, topping for the most part 41 to 43. Financials in just a minute.
Big weights. King or queen size sold in sets only.
Well, checking the business beat from the Dow Jones Industrials, currently up 5.35, 3668.6. The NASDAQ Composite Index unavailable. Prices on the London Stock Exchange closed higher today as well. And again, mostly higher on the Dow Jones, around 5 points higher. Stocks in a fairly heavy trade today, basically getting support from technical factors ahead of this afternoon's double expiration of futures and options known as double witching. The Dow rose after the opening. The Federal Reserve said industrial production rose 0.5% in March. That's the 10th month for that to increase. Our report from the business beat on WDAF News Radio.
Here's the AccuWeather forecast. Windy and sunny this afternoon, high 61. Clear tonight, low 38. For tomorrow and Sunday, sunny and windy, high tomorrow 67. On Sunday, 76. Currently 53 degrees in Topeka, 51 in Columbia, 52 at KCI Airport, and at 11:07 it's 57 degrees on Signal Hill. The hour's top local stories: a dead body was found moments ago in the Missouri River near the Paseo Bridge, and the Metro Squad begins work this afternoon on the murder of Robert Newton of Blue Springs. He was shot to death last night at the Independence gas station where he worked. That's news. Steve Kaut, WDAF News Radio.
Join 61 Country this Tuesday night for the celebrity auction to benefit United Cerebral Palsy.
And it's 11:08. I'm David Bryan, and this is Mary Chapin Carpenter.
I'm Garth Brooks, and you're listening to Kansas City's official country music station, WDAF 61 Country.
I was going through the closet back in my old home.
Billy Ray Cyrus, I know the words by heart here at 61 Country. It's 11:15. Another chance for you to qualify here to win with your buddy coming up in just a few minutes here on 61 Country. This is Darren Norwood. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have you, baby, on 61 Country.
You wonder if I ever think about her. Girl, I wouldn't have you. Whoa, wouldn't have you, baby. Wouldn't have you.
Darren Norwood, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have you. Our congratulations to Holly Hilbert of Garden City, our latest winner in the Trip for Two to Fanfare. She won that yesterday afternoon on the Phil Young Show. And keep listening for your chance to win here on 61 Country. Another stack of cash to go here at 3:40 this afternoon with your buddy at 3:40 this afternoon with Phil Young here on 61 Country. Another chance to qualify for that coming up in just a few minutes as well. AccuWeather forecast. Boy, you go to southeast Missouri right now, and they are getting pounded. Tornado warnings in effect for areas not too far south of Cape Girardeau that have been issued in the last few minutes. That's all the kind of weather that we had moving through here last night and now hitting that region. Looks like we're going to have a great weekend, though. AccuWeather forecast is next.
It's time to spray those dandelions and other weeds. This is a test. This station, WDAF, is conducting a test of the emergency broadcast system. This is only a test. This is a test of the emergency broadcast system. The broadcasters of your area, in voluntary cooperation with federal, state, and local authorities, have developed this system to keep you informed in the event of an emergency. If this had been an actual emergency, the attention signal you just heard would have been followed by official information, news, or instruction. This station, WDAF, serves the Kansas City area. This concludes this test of the emergency broadcast system. 61 Country continuing Sky Spy traffic with Chris Metcalf.
We've got a real serious injury accident, head-on collision with extrication. A couple of ambulances on Oldham Road between 79th Street and 83rd Street. Police have 79th and 83rd Streets blocked. at Oldham Road. Now, if this is your mode of travel, you might consider using Hillcrest or even Blue Ridge Boulevard as an alternate route. Medical emergency in the intersection of 36th and 40 Highway out in Independence, Swope Parkway and Woodland, non-injury accident working, and one in Kansas City, Kansas Avenue, just a little bit west of 7th Street. Potees Car Care Centers are having an April shower of savings on the Grand Classic tire by Cooper. From now till April 30th, buy 3 at the regular price, get the 4th tire free, complete with an 80,000-mile free replacement warranty only at Potees. Visit Potees in Liberty on 291 Highway between Walmart and Sutherland's. I'm Chris Metcalf with Continuing Sky Spy Traffic on 61 Country.
61 Country's AccuWeather brought to you by Payless Cashways. This Saturday, the first 50 customers at Payless Cashways get a free gardening gift. So don't be late. Come into Payless Cashways this Saturday. They work to make your job easier. It's going to be windy, going to be cooler this afternoon than it was yesterday. Plenty of sun. High still to be 61 degrees. We'll take that. Going to be clear, kind of cold tonight. Low of 38 for tomorrow and Sunday. Sunshine both days. Windy, much warmer. The high tomorrow, 67. Warmer yet on Sunday. High of 76 on Sunday. In St. Louis, clouds and 56 degrees. St. Louis and points south and east of there, getting the kind of weather we had last night now. In St. Joseph, clouds and 54. Partly cloudy at the International Airport and 52 degrees. And on Signal Hill now at 1124, we have sunshine here. A bit of cloud cover, sun breaking through most of the time, and got 55 degrees at 61 Country, where it's time for our second Song Wars song of the day. Newcomer, guy named Ken Mellons, first ever released by this guy. You listen to this and form an opinion. When it's over, let me know what that opinion is. Song titled Lookin' in the Same Direction. Second Song Wars song of the day. Here's Ken Mellons on 61 Country.
She rides in a ragtop sports car. I drive a pickup truck.
Ken Mellons, his name, Looking in the Same Direction. Second Song Wars song of the day, and time for your votes. Call me now, 576-7000 or star 61 to vote yes or no. This is George Strait from the Pure Country movie, and I Cross My Heart.
Our love is unconditional. We knew it from the start. A love as true as mine.
Money up to $50,000. Vacations. Walt Disney World. Buddy up and win with a friend on 61 Country.
D. White Yoakum Ain't That Lonely Yet on 61 Country. And I have the results of the Song Wars voting. Ken Mellons looking in the same direction, scoring 87% yes vote, compared with Tracy Bird, his new one, scoring 100% yes vote earlier this morning. So obviously, Tracy Bird returns on Monday as reigning champ as a part of our Song Wars competition here on 61 Country. And here just moments now, I'm going to get you signed up for Winning with Your Buddy from 61 Country and Burger King. All the participating Burger King restaurants have the forms there as well. And former Chief Dave Lindstrom is with us, and you work for Burger King now, huh?
I'm a franchisee for Burger King now.
Is
yes,
that right?
I am. Yeah.
So you get some of these locations, huh?
I have a couple of locations, and we're in the process of developing more.
Is that right? Now,
Yeah.
where are your stores?
My stores are out in Overland Park. I have one at College in Antioch by Corporate Woods area, and then I have another one at Redbridge and Holmes in Kansas City South.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, everyone wondering what Dave Lindstrom's been doing since leaving the field. That's the story there.
I'm getting big with Burger King.
Getting big. Well, you've always been pretty good size, Dave. But actually, you've slimmed down a bunch since you were with the Chiefs.
I have slimmed down a bunch, but surprisingly, my weight hasn't changed too much. It's just I wear baggy clothes now, and you can't see where it's redistributed.
You're hiding it.
Yeah.
Well, doing a very good job of that, I might add. We've got all the forms in the Burger King restaurants. How many do we have forms in now?
I'm not sure of how many forms we actually have in now, but we have all 28 locations.
Yeah, 28 locations.
28 locations, including Lawrence and Warrensburg and St. Joe and the Kansas City metro area. We have ballots where if you come on in and register yourself and your friend, and then listen to 61 Country, you can win some big money.
That's right. We've got big money to go. We've also got trips for 4 to Walt Disney World that we're giving away. And went up to your share. Your share of up to $50,000. Gave away $500 earlier this morning, and we'll have another $500 to go to the main registrant and $61 to the buddy at 3:40 this afternoon. And this just keeps on going every day. So it certainly behooves you to drop by a participating Burger King restaurant and get signed up for this. And you brought us some food, right?
We did bring some food. I hope you're hungry today because we bought quite a bit.
I get off the air at noon, and someone is going to have to like hide some of this.
Okay.
Because there's no way in the next 25 minutes any of that is going to be left. Not in this building.
If there's none left, we'll see that you get some.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. And as big as you are, I know you can enforce that promise. I've got a question here, and I'll get you signed up here right now for the big cash and the grand prize trips to Walt Disney World. You and your buddy need, of course, to be listening to 61 Country for your names to be announced, so you can call in and win. And as we mentioned here, you can win with your buddy at any participating Burger King restaurant in 61 Country. Register there as well. I've got Merle Haggard's compact disc, In My Next Life. Great album, which is going to be yours. If you haven't won anything from 61 Country in the last 30 days and can answer this really, really hard question, tell me, the state of Washington is named for what president? You give me a call. Now, don't answer this, Dave. Even if you do happen to know the answer, you're not qualified.
Do you have an encyclopedia here? I would need to...
We'll try to help you out. You can give me a call here at 576-7000 or star 61, and we'll get you signed up here for winning with your buddy. And thanks a lot, Dave, for dropping by.
Thank you for having us.
I will help you enforce that rule that you can save some of that food for me for noon when I get off the air.
We'll do it.
All right.
Buddy up and win with 61 Country, Burger King, and Walt Disney World. With twice as many winners, you double your chances of winning cash prizes totaling up to $50,000 and vacations to Walt Disney World. Here's how to win. Register your name and your buddy's name at Burger King, or listen for your chance to register on 61 Country. Then you and your buddy listen to 61 Country to hear your name announced. When you hear your name, call us back in 6 minutes and 10 seconds. Both you and your buddy win cash prizes or one of the grand prize vacations to Walt Disney World. Keep listening for your chance to register and win from Kansas City's official country music station, 61 Country.
Hi, you probably know me as number 58.
Only on TNN, the Nashville Network.
61 Country continuing Sky Spy traffic with Chris Metcalf.
The traffic's moving right along on the interstates as we move into the lunchtime rush hour. We do, though, have one very slow spot. It's involved with an injury accident, head-on collision, extrication, and a ton of emergency equipment on Oldham Road. It's between 79th Street and 83rd Street, and police have blocked off 79th and 83rd Street. If that is your route you normally take, you might consider using either Blue Ridge Boulevard or Hillcrest Road as an alternative route. The rest of the interstates, though, as I mentioned, we're doing pretty good so far. Strasser True Value Hardware is having their giant power tool sale this week. Save big bucks on all power tools and see demonstrations by Makita, DeWalt, Skill, Bosch, Ryobi, Porter Cable, and Werner Ladder representatives. Great savings, great selection today and tomorrow at Strasser True Value Hardware's giant power tool sale. I'm Chris Metcalf with continuing Sky Spy traffic on 61 Country.
Thank you, Chris. Our 61 Country AccuWeather got a brand new update again. This is the second update we've had in the last 30 minutes. It's going to be windy and cool this afternoon, changeable skies, including times of sun. Parts of the area will also have a shower. So that's the big change here. Chance of maybe some scattered showers this afternoon. High between 60, maybe make it 57 to 61. The range for the high today. Going to be clear, brisk, chilly tonight. Low of 38 tomorrow and Sunday. Sunshine, windy, much warmer. The high tomorrow is 67, and the high Sunday will be 76 degrees. 61 Country's AccuWeather brought to you by Heart of America McDonald's Restaurants, where you can try the Bacon Ranch Quarter Pounder or the Bacon Ranch McChicken, or come in for breakfast and try the double bacon biscuit sandwiches for a limited time. Hurry into McDonald's. Right now in St. Joseph, clouds in 54, 52 at the International Airport, and on Signal Hill at 1142. We have sunshine for the most part here. Clouds limiting in the sun at times. Got 55 degrees at 61 Country. And to get you signed up with your buddy for all the cash and trips here from 61 Country and Burger King restaurants, tell me the answer to this really, really hard question. The state of Washington was named for what president? What do you think?
George Washington?
That's it!
Yay.
You got it! Man, are you sharp today or what?
Oh, sure.
Who is this?
It's Ursula Mapley.
If anyone had told me things would get this far, we don't have to say goodbye. We don't have to do this. We don't have to say goodbye.
That's right. We don't have to do this. That is Tanya Tucker here at 61 Country. But when it comes to tax day and sending in your money, boy, don't we wish that song was true, huh? Don't we wish you didn't have to do this.
What, pay taxes?
Yeah. I know you're on that camp.
Yeah, I know. About everybody I know is this year.
I don't think I've talked to one person that's getting anything back.
I talked to one guy that's getting a slight refund and one guy that broke even, and everybody else has varying degrees of pain like we're going through. And more this year than most, I think.
Thanks to Dave Lindstrom for stopping by. He's back. He's out there. Is he saving food for me?
He's doing his best, yeah. He's supposed
to save some Burger King food for me.
You know how it is out there when food is here. I mean, you know what happens.
That's why you need a guy who's like 6'10" and weighs 300.
You've seen piranhas, haven't you?
I think with him standing there, maybe there's a chance I'll get a fry.
There's a chance maybe you'll get a fry, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Ursula Mabry of Independence just got signed up, along with her buddy, Kathleen Silvers, also of Independence, now signed up for all the cash and the trips to Disney World from 61 Country and Burger King. Hey, coming up tomorrow night, going to be at the Northtown Opry there for a great show, 3.5 full hours of live country music. Bud Reese will open that show at 7:30 tomorrow night. And last time I saw Bud was backstage at the Grand Ole Opry. He was there. We were there hanging out. We were hanging out at the Grand Ole Opry about a month ago.
You do that a lot, don't you? You just kind of hang out.
Just hang out.
Yeah.
That's what I do here.
Well, you do a nice job, though. Very nice.
Be there with also special guests Julia Patterson, Mike Maynard, Teresa Ann will be there, Carl Walby will be there, Chastity, all the regulars, the Byron and Kevin and the Jones Quartet as well. They will perform tomorrow night. It's at 408 Armour Road, North Kansas City. And to reserve a couple of seats, you call them at 471-OPRY, 471-6779.
All Schweiger living room furniture is 20% off. Then you'll have some good news of your own.
Talking about writing the check to the Internal Revenue Service last night. And what did you say now?
I said, was it hard to write out your income tax?
The check?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
Why was it so tough?
Well, just try to get that pen on the paper and write that figure down.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't hardly do it.
Oh, okay.
I just could hardly do it.
Okay.
It took everything I had. And after I was done, I was exhausted.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm an Indian outlaw.
There he is. He is an Indian outlaw, and he wears buffalo briefs.
It'd be warm in the winter.
Well, I guess it would, yeah.
When it comes to farm news, listeners throughout the heartland come to us. WDAF, Kansas City, Mid-America's farm news leader. Now, here's 61 Country's Mike Railsback and Mark Oppold.
Thank you very much. Welcome to our program. Sid Love looks for the grain trade to be lower at the close on Monday. 6 to 10-day weather forecast and 30-day weather forecast in the Corn Belt and Plains, warmer and drier. And exports lower again this week.
Well, that's true. The corn export numbers are pretty low, and, of course, that backs